Welcome to another edition of the Vandy Globe, baby! I'm joined this week in the vehicular device with my very special guest, not because he's special, but because he is importante, Aaron Von, there's a car right there, Baron, baby!
That's right.
Boom, first time on the vlog, very good friend of mine. Welcome to the Vandy vlog.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Well, you know, this is one of the guys I wanted to get on for a very long time, and by that I mean, hey Aaron, I just asked you today if you wanted to do the vlog. Anyways, we're talking a lot of things on the vlog. We talk wrestling, and you are a professional wrestler who I've had the great honor of working with on numerous occasions. What are you up to nowadays, my good friend?
I'm up to being the Vault Champion. That's what I am right now.
The Vault Champion, that's right. You had a huge match because
cage match.
A steel cage, yeah, a steel cage. You get a championship, and not just in any ordinary match. Not in a match where you got to make a guy submit or pin him just alone. You have to be in a match where there's just, you know, a big old steel structure, and you have to pin or submit a guy.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was it like being in one of the first cage matches in IPW history?
It was freaking awesome. And I mean, the cage hurts. There's no way around that. But it was awesome. There were a lot of good, the best in IPW were in that match. They came down to me and James Jeffries. Which if you don't know, which I'm sure everybody knows who James Jeffries is, he's the Shawn Michaels. Wait, let me rephrase that. Shawn Michaels is the James Jeffries of the WWE. But luckily, for my sake, he made a big mistake and jumped off the top. I hit him with an RKO.
Boom! RKO happens, and
that was it.
You know who? I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to take credit where credit's due. But didn't somebody tell you? You know, Aaron, you know, it'd be a great idea to do tonight. If you kill a guy with an RKO?
Well, now, yes. But you told me to jump off the cage with a headbutt, which I would have done.
I did.
I would have jumped off the cage with a headbutt, had Marshall Scott and I'd done a devastating...
Oh, my Lord. That was awesome. That was just...
Yeah.
You know, this is now, like, weeks back-to-back that we've mentioned Scott. And I love telling Scott stories with anybody that's on the vlog.
Scott's a great guy.
Yeah, like, what's your best Marshall Scott moment, match? I mean, what's your best Marshall Scott moment?
My best Marshall Scott moment would be 80s hair bands, because he loves those. Scott, I hope you're watching this.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to tag him in this.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna tag him in it. Oh man, so
but I've had a couple of matches with him throughout my career, and it's always a fun time. He's a great technical guy. And
yeah, great guy to work with. One of the best that's ever been in a ring, and not just in IPW, but in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah,
I'm going that far. I'm going that far to put over this guy because he deserves it.
Yeah.
Deserves this. He's earned that title for sure. So now you mentioned you're the champ. You're the guy. You had, you've been champion before.
Yeah,
you've been a Vault champion.
I'm a two-time Vault champion.
Two-time Vault champion. Now this might be a little hard for you to talk about. I don't know, we haven't really talked much about it.
Okay.
The last time you were a champion, you suffered a very brutal injury.
I did.
And it was an injury that put you out for quite some time.
Yeah, for almost a year.
So you were out for almost a year,
yeah.
And it was just a freak accident.
Yeah.
Can you kind of take us through what happened on that day?
Well, so you know, it was AJ Smooth coming back for the Vault title after I had defeated him for it the last week, and I had him in an armbar. He picked me up, and I don't know exactly what happened, but he fell onto my leg. My leg snapped. I heard it, and I thought, oh shit, my leg is probably broke. And the first thing that went through my mind was, what do I have to do in the rest of this match where I need to run? Is there anything I need to do to run? Because I want to get through this match? Well, I went to move my leg, and I could feel things popping and cracking, doing things I shouldn't be doing. And that was it. I said, that's it. I'm done.
And then you
pinned me 1, 2, 3. And
obviously, like you say, you're out for almost a year, and during that time, you had a lot of time just to rest up and kind of be like, like, I know I had visited you on an occasion, and we had talked, and we kind of just were studying some film and watching wrestling matches. In that time, is that what you were really doing? Was just, since you couldn't train, you were training by watching matches then? Or?
Mental training.
I mean, what was that like? I mean, obviously it's different from being in the ring and doing it.
It's rough, and it's rough to be away from this great, I consider all these people my family. And it was tough, but the outpour that they gave me in my time of need was I've never received that from any of my friends, through the course of time. And thank you all of IPW for that. But it was a rough time, sitting at home, not really going anywhere or anything for 3 months. It was, until I was able to get back to work and whatnot. But
So obviously we mentioned the mental preparation, watching the matches, studying that, and kind of taking that in while you had to wait a little while before you could physically rehab. What was that like, and what was the process for you going into physical rehab?
It was rough. I went to the physical therapist, and seen him 2 or 3 times a week, and just slowly working, to get my leg back to where it needed to be. And it was just, it was a rough time, but I never give up. Not to steal a phrase from John Cena, but that's just, that's how I've always been. And the first thing I thought, after it initially happened, was, that's it. I'm through with wrestling. That's not worth it. This much pain, But after a few days, it's like, I can't wait to get back in there.
Well, and you changed a lot of things. It sounded like when you were rehabbing and when you were sitting home, you changed a lot of things. One of the biggest things you changed, and people may not see it now because you got the hat on, but you got the long hair now.
Yep.
The first thing I see when I meet back up with you for the first time since the injury, you had the buzz cut going, and it was a new look. And when you came back, you had the buzz cut, and you definitely you had a just meaner look to you.
Yeah.
And what went into the process? You obviously you're rehabbing, you got all this stuff now, and now you're back. And what was it like to be back? And what was your character like? What was Aaron Von Baron like when he came back?
More of a heel. More heel.
More heel?
Yeah. More heel, I'd say. But the first time that I came back, actually someone was supposed to wrestle James, and they couldn't make the show for some reason. It's like, hey, would you like to wrestle James? Are you at that point where you'd like to wrestle? And I thought, well, I'm not sure, but if there's one person I know that I could get in the ring with, and who we would have a good match and would take care of me, that's the one guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh hell yeah.
So you worked back with James, first match back, fantastic encounter between you two, as always.
Yep.
And now you get to where you are now. You beat James, the man you beat.
That's right.
To win the championship is the man you faced when you came back, and now here you are. Where do you feel you are right now as far as in-ring competition, do you feel that since, I mean, because obviously you debuted 2012, right?
Yep.
Just around there, and I had that. You and I both started getting in around the same time. I managed you around that time, which was a crazy awesome time. We were all, you and I were brand new to this, and we were working with good old Ricky Love and doing
Von Love.
Yeah, Von Love, and it was fun because we were
throwback there.
We were the young guys who were getting in and brand new to an audience that had never seen us before, and from 2012 to now, and even between that with the injury, you know, where do you think you are as far as, like, hey, competition-wise?
Competition-wise?
As far as, hey, where would you put yourself? Do you feel that you're definitely better from 2012 version versus this?
Totally.
Do you think that, because, I mean, you getting the championship before you were injured, do you feel that that was a better Von Baron, or do you think right now is the peak of where you're at?
Right now is the top of my game.
And what do you think you have to do to keep, like, to keep that up and to keep pushing the envelope and keep going higher and higher?
I have to keep staying in the gym, eat right, and learn the craft. You know, I still I watch wrestling all the time.
And you still train?
Yes.
That's the crazy thing, guys. You know, who are where you are right now as far as your in-game competition and your in-ring ability. Some guys just like, I don't need to train, but you still keep grinding and still keep pounding away.
You can never know too much in this. You know, there's just so much stuff you can know. You can never know way too much. You can always learn something new.
All right, before we get out of here, we've gone for a long time. We've talked about a lot of things. What's one thing that you think people should know about Aaron Von Baron that they don't know?
Something. I don't know. Like, where do you want me to pick this here?
I mean, what's one thing that you think? What's one thing people don't know about you that they should know about you?
All right. Well, here, I'll do this. I've had type 1 diabetes since I was 16 years old, and it can be a huge thing, you know, for anybody to undertake all that stuff. But I still I didn't let it affect me, and I still I do this. I wrestle, you know, I go to the gym. So for anyone out there who has that, or possibly don't let it take over your life, you know.
I want to post a photo underneath this video of your before and after, because there is a huge difference, and I think it's a very motivating photo to see where you can get when you dedicate yourself to a craft or to just better yourself in general. And hopefully we could share that if you're okay with that. We'll share it underneath the video. It's a before and after of Aaron Von Baron, and it's crazy cool, man. It's a good inspirational story there. All right, well, we always do this because this is our thing, and we've done it for a while. Boom! This has been the Vandy Vlog, and we are very appreciative of your time, Mr. Von Baron.
Anytime.
And next week, who knows what we're going to have, but we're very happy with all the support we've gotten, and we hope you guys keep watching and tuning in. This has been...
Not to interrupt, you know who you should have on the show?
Ooh.
Jason Michaels.
Jason Michaels, man. I think I could arrange that somehow. Somehow, some way. I'm going to have to have somebody guest host, though.
That's true.
Until next time, this has been the Vandy. You want to push the red button?
I'll do it.
Just too sweet, that red button, baby. Woo!